My guy Clayton from Ann Arbor hit us up to get this voicemail party started. He wants to talk a little Michigan quarterback when it comes to the situation as it pertains to the offensive line. So here's Clayton's call.
Hey, JD, it's Clayton from Ann Arbor. I'm just wondering how you would balance Michigan's quarterback situation coupled with what's surrounding the quarterbacks. Offensive line might be a little shaky, not a ton of experience there. Maybe they target some guys in the spring transfer portal. But you have Bryce Underwood, who's never taken a college snap, but is the #1 recruit in the country, and Mikey Keene, who started 34 games in college but never at the Big Ten level. If you have a shaky offensive line, do you go with Underwood, who's more mobile, or do you think that Mikey Keene could hang in there, even though he's got negative rushing yards in his career, not a great scrambler, and has struggled under pressure throughout the year? Does having a poor offensive line, which is not a great situation for a freshman, actually boost Underwood's chances of starting because he can get out of the pocket, make something there when nothing is there? I'll hang up and listen. Thanks, JD. You're the best.
No, Clayton. Clayton's the best, bro. Go check it out. Go check out all his work over at the Wolverine, Michigan's on 3 site. But he brings up a really good point that I don't know a lot of us have considered just yet. I hadn't considered it just yet until he hit us with this question. If the offensive line isn't awesome at Michigan next year, do you like experience or do you like mobility? Is really the thought we're trying to unpack here together. As we do that, one, make sure you are subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Michigan faithful, y'all have been great to us. Thank you for that. Call us, leave us a voicemail. Again, 629-888-3931 is the number. Let me double check that I'm accurate on that, Cato. 3931. Yep, 3931. Okay, moving right along. So to me, the question around this, to answer this question, is how much do you trust Bryce Underwood? Like, it's a very different conversation when you're talking to yourself on a game day and saying, golly, I hope Bryce Underwood doesn't absolutely total this car. I hope we don't do like 3 barrel rolls and have all the driver's side door falling off and the steering wheels out in left field. Or is it, man, I hope he doesn't scratch that paint too bad? Because those are 2 very, very different situations to be living in if you're a Michigan fan or if you're on that Michigan staff. Now, the good news is, as Clayton alluded to, you got Mikey Keene. A lot of experience, none at the Big Ten level, but you feel like, okay, if it comes down to just having a high floor option, we got that in Mikey Keene. Here's my take on this. If you don't play Bryce Underwood, if he's not good enough for you to play right away, I don't think you get to see what the Chip Lindsey offense is truly meant to be. Now, that's not a knock on Mikey Keene. That's just what the schematics of this whole offense is supposed to look like. It's like if you cheat on your diet, you're good for like 5 days out of the week, but every other day you like to have like a pizza hand up, little Oreos on the side. I'm here for that. But I mean, you can still get in shape, you can still get the job done, still score a few points, but you're not totally reaching your potential. Or when like you don't do the assigned reading for a class, you can still pass, still get a B+, but you and I both know you're not really reaching all that you could be. Like the Chip Lindsey offense, the thing that's so exciting about it is you're going to be able to recruit with it here in the future. It's going to be quarterback driven. You're going to have a chance now to be a little bit more explosive. It's supposed to go through the quarterback. The quarterback is supposed to elevate everyone else on this roster. Now, my concern around playing Mikey Keene is I don't know that his skill set excites you as much as a Bryce Underwood's. Scratch that. I know it doesn't excite you as much as a Bryce Underwood's. So really this comes down to if Bryce Underwood is good enough to play early enough for you. Is the floor high enough for him? Because we know the ceiling, dude. We know if Bryce Underwood is ready to roll, he gives you a lot more magic potential than a Mikey Keene would. Again, not knocking Mikey Keene. These are just kind of the facts of the matter here. My concern around Mikey Keene being your guy in 2025 is I don't know that you have enough around him to have him be the guy for you in 2025. And make it very clear, Michigan's expectations, I think, from a fan base level are college football playoff. After the way they finished last year, beating the national champion in Columbus, they're not saying, cool, let's go win 9 games. They're like, no, let's go win 10 with this schedule, with how it shakes out, with how we've recruited, with who our head coach is, going into the second year, let's go make the playoff. So if you can do that with Mikey Keene, I'll come on here, eat crow, and apologize and all those things, but I think the way it's structured right now, Bryce Underwood gets me a lot more optimistic that you can accomplish what those goals are. Now, the conversation around the offensive line, I think, is where this gets a lot more nuanced. the thought, I think, if you're leaning Mikey Keene in this discussion is, well, he's got a better grasp for the speed of the game. He's not going to be maybe overwhelmed by what college football is as much as maybe a true freshman could be. We're going to go with Mikey Keene because we trust the experience, because we feel like he has a better chance for us to not have the disaster play happen. And I hear that. With Bryce Underwood, though, as much as you talk about what he could be break and contain and getting you out of bad plays into good plays, which I think is the obvious here. Like if the offensive line's allowing 2 Mississippis a game, and that's kind of the clock you're working with, and it breaks down and you got to scramble out and make something happen with your legs, great, that's definitely there. But what I don't know gets talked about enough is, like, how many negative plays is Bryce Underwood getting you out of just into having a survive and advance kind of mentality? Like, not even negative into positive. I'm talking like negative into neutral. Like, it would be a sack with Mikey Keene, a guy who, as Clayton said, has negative rushing yards on his career, versus, no, Bryce Underwood got out of the sack, barely, threw it away. Instead of 2nd and 17 now, we got 2nd and 10 because he made the heady play and the athletic play to get out of there. So, again, it does come down to, is Bryce Underwood able to just not total the car for you? I think he's going to be good enough to do that. I also think that they will give him every opportunity to go get that done and to have it built out enough around him from a play calling perspective, the design quarterback run game, all those things, to try to assist him to eventually win that job. That's my take on it, but a great thought there by Clayton. Appreciate him calling in and bringing that thought to the table.